right, guys, we're back again with some comic book artwork. This is my comic book character, the Raginggill. I got some plans on adding a little more of my artwork into some of my e-bike videos and intros and stuff like that. So the goal is to showcase more of my artwork in my YouTube videos, even my e-bike videos. Because I love doing my e-bikes, working on e-bikes and all that, but I also love drawing. So let's get to it, guys. We're going to ink this piece. And actually, if you follow me on Instagram, you will notice that I just recently loaded three pieces of the Raginggill, my comic book character, to my page, Instagram page. And I got very shaky hands, guys, so y'all gonna have to excuse that. That's just part of it. Got bad nerves. So this is another one of my pieces that I did. Quick sketches. And this one right here. So I got some plans on adding some of my artwork to my videos as far as my e-bike videos. Especially like my unboxing. Like my goal is to like have this image pop up in comic book style and give you the pros and cons of the e-bikes that I like if I unbox with e-bike. So I mean, you'll see it once if I manage to pull it off. You'll see it once I complete it. But that's what my ideal is to do a little comic book type thing with pros and cons about the e-bikes that I'm working on, like if I do a unboxing of an e-bike, because I got a couple. Well, I got at least one e-bike coming. It's supposed to be two, but one on with the tariffs and all that stuff, I don't think it's coming. Sorry, my hand's cramping already. Yeah, well, you see how that work out. Yeah, and if y'all seen one of my, I don't know if it was my last video or the video before last, whatever, with the Ordro camera. I bought that camera and the gimbal function style malfunction, and then when I talked to Ordro salespeople, they told me since it had just passed the 90 days that I would have to send it back to China for them to get it and repair it and send it back to me. So just imagine how that worked out with the climate we in now. So pretty much warning everybody about, that's the way their policy is. Even if you bought it from a US store or anything like that, if you pass that 90 day, if your gimbal or something start malfunction after that 90 days, for you to get it fixed, you have to send it back to China. And Well, my camera's sitting somewhere in customs right now for the last at least 2 months. And don't get me wrong, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the camera as far as quality, image quality and nothing like that. But I mean, you can get another camera where got better warranty as far as if something goes wrong, you got a better chance of getting it repaired and get it back to you than having to send it back to China. And I feel like the way they had me send it, they knew it was going to get stuck in customs. I mean, I can't swear by that, but that's how I felt, because they very insistent on not sending it by UPS or anything special. They wanted you to send it by regular mail. And I feel like that's because they knew it would get stuck in customs that way or something. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just how I feel. I mean, if you watch my video, I posted everything that they said to me and what was said. But anyways, let's get back to this. This is this character of mine is Raginggill. In case you haven't realized it by now, that's what my whole channel is named after, this character, Raginggill versus e-bike. So the premise behind that is, like, every time I deal with a new e-bike, it's like it's a new challenge for my character, the Raginggill, the comic book side of me. So that's why I feel like I really need to integrate this more into my my channel. And I don't mean by just like doing comic book art. I'm thinking about splitting it two up, like do a comic book art channel and then do an e-bike channel. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know. If y'all watching this video, comment and let me know what you think about that. Do I need to break break it up into 2 channels, or keep it as one and do a better job at integrating comic books? Because I feel like if everybody's just doing regular e-bike stuff, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know how YouTube is going to, the algorithm and all that stuff is going to work. But I feel like everybody got the same old stitch. They get a e-bike, unbox it. They get it sent out to them for free. So, of course, they're not really going to say nothing too bad about it. And people just go over the basic specs. Oh, this bike, the motor this, the motor that. Me, I like the upgrade motors. I mean, upgrade the e-bikes. I think I like doing that more than actually riding bikes. Probably need to start well, if I didn't have this problem, as you can see, my hands cramping and stuff. If I didn't have that problem, well, I am disabled. But if I didn't have these problems, I probably would start do e-bike repairs and stuff like that. Upgrade people's bikes and start my own business doing that. But the problem is I wouldn't be able to maintain it because my hands are very inconsistent. Actually, this right here, even though it looks like it's a pencil, this is actually a copy. I copied the original because I want to start keeping a copy of my pencil artwork. Because I know as an artist, comic book artist, the originals is what becomes very valuable if you get any fame as a comic book artist. The original ink work, the original pencils. So I decided to ink the copy. Only problem with that is I won't be able to get rid of none of these pencil lines. But I have a whiteout marker. Yeah, so I ordered. Man, I don't know. Am I the only one that's been paying attention to Amazon? These crazy prices they've been having on Amazon. Either Amazon is been flooded by scammers, or they having some crazy e-bike sales. Now it's one or the other. Now I did take a chance and purchase a high keep bike at an amazing price. I'm not going to even tell you the price until I actually get the bike, because it was so amazing of a price. I'm like, am I being punked or scammed or something on Amazon? At least with Amazon, I know they'll give me my money back if I could prove that, that I was getting scammed or whatever. But, well, I mean, the bike got shipped out. The thing is, it got shipped out from China, but this was just before all the tariffs and stuff happened. So hopefully, it shipped before the tariffs took effect. So hopefully I won't have any problems with the tariffs and all the taxes and all that stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. The only thing I can do is wait and see. So that's the reason why I don't want to talk about the price on this. I can tell you what bike it is. It's a high key bike though. Which the high key bike, from what I could tell, is a very decent bike. And I ain't saying that just to be like, oh, I'm gonna sell her this so they can send me a free bike, because the bike I got coming, I paid for. Only reason why I say I believe it's a good bike, especially for a beginner. This is, I think it's an amazing bike for a beginner. And the way I judge a bike is based off what you're starting with and the room for upgrading it. Like how easy would it be to upgrade it? Like far as if you want to put a bigger motor on there, will that be a problem? like put a bigger motor on the bike. You know, do you think the speed controller will handle a more powerful motor? Do you have room on there to put a bigger battery? Like if you want to slap a 60 volt or 52 volt battery on there, would you have the room to put it on there? You know, stuff like that. Room for upgrades. Because I'm not going to judge it based on how fast does it go out the whistle line. Because I mean, like, speed, if I want more speed, I know what to do to change and add and all that stuff to give me more speed. Get a better speed. Controllers are very cheap. Get a decent speed controller. That's what I'm saying. If you get a good speed controller, would the motor handle the extra power that the speed controller is going to give? Same with a battery. Well, most bikes as is 48 volt battery bikes, they can handle a 52 volt battery upgrade. Most of them, the motor can handle that and all that stuff. It's not really gonna overburden the motor unless the BMS on that battery is like has a lot of amps. If the BMS has, you know, 60 amps or something like that, or you know, something crazy, which I doubt that would be the case, but I think most batteries, if you just bought a pre-built battery off of Amazon or something, you might get 50 amps at the most. Usually they come 30 amps or 50 amps at the most. From what I've seen. Pretty sure you can always, if you're looking for more, you can find it probably. Y'all gonna have to excuse me a little bit. My allergies are starting to mess up. If it ain't one thing, it's another thing with this old man. But I try to keep it pushing. Ain't gonna let it stop me. Okay, I'm gonna have to ink all this over here. I don't know how that's gonna look. Well, one thing is this is a copy. This is not the original artwork, so if I mess it up, I could just pull out the original and make another copy. I was gonna draw over here because I want to do like a backlight on there, but I can do that with I have a white marker. Highlight like marker thing. I'll do it with that. Yeah, I'm excited about that. And also I have another shipment coming from China, which I'm worried about also. It's another dual motor kit. It's a front wheel motor kit this time with the dual motor controller. So basically, the goal is to add a second wheel to one of these bikes that I'm either going to do it to my pre-existing bike, or I might do it to the hockey, who knows. But I definitely want to try the hockey bike out as is. It's the L version, the K6L, which is the basic version, which means It has standard shocks, I believe regular disc brake, and yeah, so very basic like that. Yeah, so also, speaking of that, how keep being basic, I already have some, hydraulic brakes already too. I still don't know. Let me see if I can pull these brakes out. Okay, these are the brakes I got. DIY Island brakes. I bought these off of eBay from a seller on eBay. I was kind of upset because he sold them to me, having me thinking that they was LD4X 300, as you can see right there on the box. I don't know if I got that. See that? That's what it's supposed to be. But what I come to find out, they LD 200 plus, which pretty much, the guy pretty much sold it to me on the false. So what I think is, he said these was his son's brakes, his sons, and he was selling them. But what I believe his son did was he bought these and replaced these, because I think these probably even used, and he replaced. See, as you can see, these are not the ones. These supposed to be 4-piston, they 2-piston. And I believe his son replaced, did an upgrade, put the 4s on whatever bike or whatever he had, and put these 2s in the box. So he upgraded them. And one of the brake pads was missing too, so I had to get some brake pads also, which the seller didn't tell me. He didn't tell me they was missing some pads. So I ended up having to buy some brake pads. So it go like that. That's how they go. Yeah, the screws, right there. Yeah. But anyways, I was upset about that at first, but then I realized they still go for about the same price. But I thought I was purchasing and I had to get I got those brake pads off of AliExpress, which for a set of 2 cost you about $20 on Amazon, about $17 to $20. But I got a set of 4 for $20. I got 4 sets instead of 2 sets. Yeah, so I got 4 sets for the price of 1 set. Yeah, from Amazon. 1 set when it would cost me 17 bucks. I got 4 sets for 20 bucks. So I might put these on the high keep bike, which I'm hoping I get this by sometimes in about the middle of next week, probably. Hopefully around the 15th or something like that. Who knows? I don't know when I might get them with this China tariff stuff going on. But anyways, I got those, and I might put those on. Might put them on a high keep, or might keep them for something else. I have something else in the works also, but this one I'm not going to speak on. Trying to do some custom stuff too, because I like doing custom stuff. Custom build. Yeah, so I got a custom build in the works also. Trying to work on getting a custom frame. See how that works out. Got a lot of plans coming up for spring. If it gets warm, I don't function too good in the cold, but so when it start getting warm, I plan on going back full steam ahead with some of these projects and stuff I got planned. Right now it's just too cold. I don't really function too good in the cold. Okay. Down to the side. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my brother to do some cause the Hidos B6 e-bike, that was my brother's bike. I did an unboxing video on that. And I mean, I know it was one of my earlier videos. I've been trying to get better. I'm an experienced person. I get better with more experience. The more I do something, the better I get at it. Even with my drawing. Like the more I draw, the better I get. I'm that type of person. And you'll notice it quick. Like with my artwork. If I sit and draw at it every day, by the time you get to about that 3rd week, you will notice some improvement in my work. You'll be like, dang, man, his work is looking better. Same thing with painting or anything. And sometimes, might even have a lapse in it where I don't do it for a while, for one reason or another. And as long as I'm like studying it, like watching other people and learning from like what other people are doing to improve their artwork or what they doing that I'm not. If I'm watching it, when I come back to it, you still will notice improvement because I'm still educating myself by watching somebody else, teaching me something visually. If I see somebody, doing it and they teaching me, I can pick up something pretty quick that way too. Yep. Yeah, so my goal is once I ink this, then I'm gonna load it back up on my computer, scanner, scan it, and then probably load it on my Android tablet and color it in. I might color it either in Infinite Painter or Procreate. I mean, I guess it don't really matter. As far as painting and stuff, I still like Infinite Painter and stuff. So I probably use Infinite Painter because they have a lot more brushes on there that's free, that's already loaded on my tablet. And Procreate, I don't have too many brushes loaded on there yet. I messed that up because my hand's cracking. Didn't mean to do that. Yep. I think when did I created this character? Oh man, it's been such a long time. I think in the 90s maybe? When I first created this comic book character. And I finally completed the comic book for it. It's been like 2 years now? Maybe a year? Over a year ago? Which I have more copies in case anybody's reach out and get a copy. You know, in case somebody want to support an old man in his dreams. I mean, my dream's not even for me anymore. My goals is to build a collection of comic books for my grandkids. When I'm gone, every year around, when my birthday come around, they can sell copies of my comic book. That's what your old man would have wanted. Your old grandpa would have wanted for people to buy his comic book on his birthday. Now you got it on video for proof. And so when it happens, they can't say, "No, he ain't want that." Right here on video now. Yep, that's what he said. He said, "Sell copies of his comic book." Every year on his birthday. Yeah, I know a lot of people really prefer to come to this channel about e-bikes. But I'm sorry. I mean, I love both. I love doing e-bikes and I love comic books. And until I make a decision whether I want to separate the two, you know, I'm gonna do this. But still, you know, if you guys got a chance, you know, take this moment, click the subscribe button to help me get closer to that 1,000 subscribers. That will really help me out. That way I at least be able to get some ad revenue to help buy some of these parts and stuff for the e-bikes. I mean, to be honest, I really prefer upgraded bikes. I mean, I don't mind getting like I also, if you look down in the description, I've been collecting discount codes for all my viewers. I mean, that's up to y'all to take advantage of it or not, but I did the legwork to try to go out and get affiliated links. And with the affiliated links that I've acquired, I try to get some discount codes like $20 off, $50, $60, $100, whatever they're willing to give me. I mean, I'd rather they give me the links with the discount codes instead of just the affiliated link. Like, oh yeah, if they buy, you get 5% off the sale or whatever. I'm like, okay, but what about them? I want something for them. I want them, if they buying it, it's $100 cheaper because they bought it through this link. You know, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way. That's what I've been looking for, stuff like that. So if you notice, I have a lot of affiliate links. I'm trying to cover like all the nice bikes, the bikes that I think is nice. If I see a bike and I'll be like, oh yeah, man, that's a nice bike right there. I think that's a decent bike. Let me see if they have affiliated link where I can get some discount codes so I can post them to my socials. So if y'all looking at my description and you like, why you got all these affiliated links and he ain't had none of these bikes, like, I haven't reviewed any of those bikes. I just think bikes that I would like to have. If I had the money, I would buy this bike. And so I'm like, well, if I'm thinking that, maybe other people thinking that, if they had the money, they buy this bike. So I was like, okay, next best thing, let's get some discount codes so people who do decide they want to get the bike, they can get a little discount. Sounds pretty good to me. I don't know about you guys, but that's what my thinking was. Get you guys some discounts. So, if you look at his legs right here that I drew, they're very muscular legs, like professional bodybuilder legs. And pretty much that's what they are. So back in the day, books I used to collect. Not 2 books, 2 types of books I used to collect. I used to collect all the muscle sports related, like muscle and fitness, flex, muscle development, all that stuff. I was big into the gym. I know I look like a big old fat old guy right now, but it's trust me, it's because of all my back and spinal issues and all that stuff. I can't lift like I used to, but I used to be a big time gym rat. And I used to be on top of all the muscle and fitness, like all the pre-workouts, all the stuff in muscle fitness, the latest trends as far as nutrition and all that stuff. I was really big in trying to become a personal trainer. I had a couple of guys that I worked out with that I got in really great shape from them listening to me. They got in great shape. I even had one of my youngest son. He got in pretty good shape going to the gym with me at a point in time. But yeah, so I used to collect all the muscle and fitness books, flex, you name it. If they had only one, I didn't like men's, that men's books, men's health or whatever. No, I wanted the big old burly muscle Arnold Schwarzenegger, all the top bodybuilder guys, Mr. Olympia and stuff. I mean, I was on top of all that. I knew all who was competing, who won what year, and all that stuff. If you asked me that stuff now, I wouldn't even be able to tell you none of that stuff. But at the time, back in the day, I was on all that stuff. And the other thing was RC cars. They used to have all the RC car books and stuff. I used to have all those books too. I used to have like shelves full of those RC car books. So, and this was back when nitro was king. Only thing people was doing with electric cars was like one shot and done RC cars, like dragsters, electric drag racing cars. Like the guys used to come out to where we raced the cars, and he'd run his electric car one time, and it'd be over in a blink of an eye. Bleep. He was gone. He's gone to the other end of the parking lot, and he dumped all the power. I mean, I don't know what he was running back then, because like I said, we weren't really into it, but the electric game wasn't what it was. I mean, back then, it wasn't what it is now. You didn't have the run time that you can get now off electric batteries. So, yeah, so I was, and if you ever if you're an older guy like me and you collected those books and those magazines, you know, there was always a lot of information in those, like tuning information, gearing information, like how to gear the motors, like spur gears and stuff. So I'm saying that to say, if you think about it, the e-bikes ain't much difference. And it's not much different when it comes to gearing and stuff like that. When it comes to like the chain gears and stuff, like if you was running a Suron or something like that, you know, with the mid-drive motors and all that stuff, if you adjusted the gearing right, that could affect your speed. And you know, you got torque and then you got top speed. Top speed, usually, for you to get a high top speed, you would have low takeoff speed. Because if you gear it for top end, you're gonna have horrible bottom end. So what I used to always work for is a happy medium. So I wasn't gonna have the fastest top end, but I would gear it so I had a decent top end and a decent bottom end torque. So take off. And I use this philosophy a lot with my RC cars. In my RC car, I had a Traxxas Rustler. And I had that thing geared to perfection. And the guys, when I ran it, the guys was like, man, that Rustler is pretty fast, man. It's like, man, that thing will do good at the track. And, you know, a Rustler was not really track worthy RC car back in the day. It was a, you know, ready to run. What's the name? Team Associate and all of those was like the track RC cars and stuff. But I had my Rustler, man. Those guys was like, man, you need to bring that down to the track, man. You got that thing running good. And I used to beat my friend. He had a GTP Offner, and he couldn't beat. He tried to race me, and he couldn't beat me because I had that thing geared right. But he eventually beat me because he went out and spent money on a souped up, what was it, a serial. If you were an RC guy from back in the day, serial motor. It was an expensive RC motor. He bought that, put that in there. That thing was it's a powerful motor. So my Traxxas Rustler couldn't keep up with it once he put that big old motor in there. But he had to go put a big motor in there. No, what he did, even with the serial motor in there, he couldn't get me. What he did was he put metal clutch shoes in the clutch. He put metal shoes in there. So the metal shoes, when they spent, they would grab harder. And so he was able to get a faster takeoff than me. And that's how he was able to beat me. Even with that expensive motor, if I remember correctly, he still couldn't beat me. He had to get those metal clutch shoes. And I was wondering why he was taking off so fast from the start. Oh, and that's why he had metal clutch shoes. So all that gearing stuff with the bike and all that stuff, same type of stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure most of the guys that work on e-bikes and stuff like that, They mess around with RC cars too. I think they go hand in hand, RC cars, e-bikes. At least the guys that build and work on it, especially with the like electronic speed controllers and all that type stuff. It's the same premise with the RC cars with their speed controllers and all that type of stuff. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's the same premise. I take a break from up here. My hands was cramping, so I had to go down low down there until they stopped. Oh. Fuck. Okay, here we go. This. Yeah, I remember when I got my first wheel kit, which is on my red bike now. My daughter bought it for me for my birthday or Father's Day or one of them. I was so excited, man. Couldn't wait to build that and ride that junk to work. Rode that junk to work, got all kind of flats, man. I don't know why anybody tell me about some. I wish they had some flat out or something there. I think the only thing they had was slime that I knew about. Ooh. Boy, I had a horrible experience with some flats on that junk. Okay. boy. I don't know. Let me see. I got a little more things. Like I need to put like the shininess of the metal, cause this is supposed to be armor. So it's gonna have some kind of like a little bit of shine to it. Okay, let's do this helmet, then we're gonna call it for the day. Let me see. Let me go ahead and finish. Do the boots. My hands don't seem like they cramping right now, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that. So how many of you guys that's into the e-bikes also into RC cars? I wonder how many. I saw that e-bike guy, he was talking about how him and his son mess with these RC cars. I was like, man, I'm not the only one. Because he was saying something about replacing the speed controller on this RC car for his son, I believe. Yep, nice. You know what I'm talking about? I got a cart right here in front of me. It's a little dusty. Yep. All right, guys. So I don't know if I mentioned this. I'm still going to color this in one of those programs. Yeah, I think I did mention that. So, all right, last thing. Do some more work here. Okay. All right, guys, that's it. That's all I'm doing. As far as this come, hold on, let me see if I can hit this a little bit with to make these veins pop a little better. Let me see, I think I gotta do one of these. Working. Let me see if I can get this one to work. That's more like it. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see, and then put a little darkness on this side here. A little more darkness. Okay, that's it, guys. Y'all gonna have to stay tuned and see what kind of how I integrate this into my YouTube channel. I think next video I'm gonna ink these two pieces too and color them. These two might be a little more difficult because they're a lot smaller, like the face details smaller. But there you go. Peace.